Good afternoon, esteemed our resource person, Dr. Monti sir, faculty members as a participant and our organizing team. I'm Dr. Kumar Dubey, organizing secretary of this FDP. A very warm welcome to all of you. Today is the fifth day of this Guru Dakshata development program on academic writing organized by the Association of Indian Universities, Knowledge Universities, Academic Administrative Development Aryabhat Knowledge University, Patna. It is an honor to be your host for this enlightenment and transformative journey from 30th May 2025. This 5-day faculty development program is designed to empower participants with advanced skill and understanding in academic writing, research methodologies, and publication ethics. We have a exciting session on some before starting today's session, I would like to present a very brief summary of fourth-day session. Uh, the fourth day of the faculty development program, Assistant Professor, Department of Allied Health Sciences, Manipal Tata Medical College, Jamshedpur, addressed ethics in academic writing and AI's role. He talked about ethical issues, plagiarism, different type of plagiarism, direct self, mosaic, accidental, fabrication, falsifications, improper authorship, and redundant publications. He talked about citation practices, importance of proper referencing, and tools like some tools, online tools like Zotero, Mendeley to write plagiarism, peer review, objectivity, conflict disclosure, confidentiality, and constructive feedback. Stressed using AI, like a chat GPT or Rook or some other generative AI, not a replacement with the mandatory disclosure and fact checking to encounter bias inaccuracies. He talked about in institutional policies. Universities must have frame AI guidelines. Faculty students should adhere to them. Then core principle, honesty, integrity, respect, and responsibility in research. Uh, that was very useful session. The session underscored balancing AI tools with ethical accountability to maintain academic integrity. Misuse of AI risks credibility, while proper citation and transparency hold scholarly standard. As we promised you on the first day of this FDP, that this FDP is going to be very useful for you, provided your participant in it in active mode. In the same series, today on the last day of this FDP, we are going to discuss case and narrative analysis in academic writing. Useful topic, especially for social sciences researcher. To official welcome, today's a keynote speaker of today's our resource person, Dr. Arif Mohanty sir. Now it is my privilege to invite Dr. Manisha Prakash ma'am, academic head, convener of this academic head of this our university and convener of this FDP, coordinator of AIU-AADC. Please, ma'am, you are requested to say a few words in welcome.
Yes, thank you, Dr. Dubey, and a very warm welcome to you, Dr. Aditya Mohanty. It is a pleasure to have you, and thank you so much for accepting our invitation. It's very kind of you, and we are interacting with your university, other faculty members from your university have joined us as resource person for other FTPs that we conducted as part of Association of Indian Universities Academic and Administrative Development Center. So it is really a privilege to have you with us today. Today is the final day, so the final word is most important. So you will be culminating a process that we began in February with our first FDP. As part of AIU, we conducted a series of, this is our sixth FDP for the academic year 2024-25. And you are most important resource person as you are putting an end to what we began, with this series. So thank you and welcome. And also, I welcome all the participants who have already joined us. And I hope that as we begin, others will also join. And Sir is discussing a very interesting topic. I'm also very eager to listen to what he has to say. Case and narrative analysis. The more said, the better. So let's hear from the expert. Thank you. I won't take too much of time. Thank you so much.
थैंक यू सो मच मैम। मुझे अभी याद आया कि जब हम लोग AIU को एक प्रपोजल भेज रहे थे 5 FDP का, तो पहला ये था कि पांचों होगा कैसे। और इत्तेफाक से हम 6 कर ले गए। हमने बीच में एक और FDP लैंड हुई सिमका से, और उसको भी हमने किया। सो
And very interesting experiences we had, and for us also it was a huge experience, and I'm sure for all the participants, कई सारे ऐसे participants हैं जिन्होंने हमारे छह सारे सभी छह के छह FDP अटेंड किए हैं. So I can see, and I really, for personally, for myself also, it was a huge learning experience. So I feel that others would also think the same. So today is really a very good and auspicious day, I must say. We are putting an end to what we began with so much effort. So thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for you. Is now today's distinguished resource person, Dr. Aditya Mohanty, sir. Dr. Aditya Mohanty works as an assistant professor of sociology at the Central University of South Bihar, Gaya, since August 2012. He has an undergraduate degree from Utkal University and has pursued his postgraduate education in sociology from Jawaharlal Nehru University, New Delhi, with a PhD in citizenship, civil society, and rule of law at the University of Aberdeen, Scotland, UK. Dr. Mohanty has also been the recipient of the prestigious Commonwealth Scholarship, wherein he spent years as a visiting research fellow at the Department of Geography of University College London. Dr. Mohanty extensive research experience spanning around 2 decades now, dwell on varied developmental intervention in area like microfinance, disabilities sector, decentralization, and education. His, edu- his academic works have been published in prestigious journals like Economic and Political Weekly, Transactions of the Institution of Indian Geographers, International Sociology, and the Indian Journal of Human Development. Dr. Mohanty has been successfully in a clinching fully funded conference grant to present his research work at national and international conferences, including like JNU, School of Oriental and African Studies, the University of Manchester, Zurich, Columbia, Frankfurt, Leeds, and Humboldt University, Berlin. He is currently a member of numerous professional bodies, including the Indian Sociological Society and International Sociological Association. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now ready to dive into the knowledge pack session of the day. I request Dr. Mohanty, sir, please start today's session by invoking positivity and wisdom covers the point as we already discussed today's topic. Please, Dr. Mohanty, start your session, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Sandeep. And also a big thanks to Dr. Manisha, who has entrusted on me a pretty, I would say, a mammoth responsibility to ensure that the FDP series ends with a positive note, and I'll put in my best to come to expectations. To begin with, before I get onto the slides and we get into this topic, I need to first clarify to the participants that there was a small word in the topic of the sessions. I don't know how that happened, but it was actually case study and narrative analysis. So it was not case and narrative analysis. It was supposed to be case study and narrative analysis. Now, having said that, both of these, I was told that I have almost an hour and a half or 2 hours to deal with the session, and I have hopped on and off some of these sessions which were happening in the previous days. And I know that post-afternoon nap is the wrong time in which we have asked people to come up on sessions. So I would try my best to ensure that I maybe not, if not interactive, I'll try to maybe, I do not know, the level of interaction depends a lot on how much other students are expected to come in. But what I would put on record is, in spite of the fact that I have been a part of many workshops and conferences, I'm happy to have to be on board on a FDP program, which has almost got doctors, people who've already done their PhDs into the program. So I am almost in my early 40s now, and I understand that the pain and the challenges that we all as academics are, because we all did, some of us who did our PhD, say 10 years back, are exactly landing up in a generation where form has become more important than content. So how you present your data sometimes has become much more important than what you present. And with things like Willbot and AI and ChatGPT coming into the picture, it seems as if that how you present your data has become, how you market it is becoming more important. But I think, as they say, that old school rules are always that stand the test of time. These are my experiences, that when I get these revisions and resub in some of these academic journals to publish the papers, they start pointing out that there was some general error in the conceptualization of the project itself, because of which these problems have started coming in the publication stage. So having said that, what I want to say is that the previous sessions that you have already been exposed to, like questions of ethics, questions of AI and presentation, citations, those are important. But the core is that, because I am a qualitative researcher, so I would stick to qualitative research for my comments. I'm not an expert in quantitative research. So having said that, in any kind of qualitative research, we have these two very different things. One is, which is something very fundamental, but I think one needs to iterate that right at the beginning before one writes. So there is a technique of social research and there are tools of social research. So there are certain tools which can be used in other techniques as well. It is not that one tool is made for one technique. So here, case study is a technique of research and narrative analysis is a tool that we use. So you can use narrative analysis if you do an ethnography, if you do case study, and so on and so forth. So first is that we need to understand that there's a difference between tool and technique. And today, I would first discuss the case study part, which is the technique, and then take a pause, maybe take some questions. And then the second part will go for the narrative analysis with the examples drawn from those case studies. So what I do is I lay out the principles. And in my career, I have been into many projects. So I would take data from two of my projects, one my doctoral research, which was a case study, and one of the funded research programs, which we did on tribal research, that was a research-based a project that I have taken. So I will take snippets from